Hello, welcome to my library. I'm Brian Griffin. I have called this Solus's Library. In today's video, we're going to have a wonderful discussion. To caveat, with this particular discussion, we're talking about something more related to my profession, which is in the world of counseling. I am not a licensed counselor at this particular time. I am a postgraduate intern pursuing state licensure. This is not a counseling relationship, nor is this to be construed as a counseling relationship. There will be resources below and at the end of this video for anybody who is in need of getting assistance within the United States of America. If you are beyond the United States of America, you are way beyond my scope to be able to assist you. I would have to say, go to a local hospital, seek out local care. Let's dive into it. Today's video is the question, what is the purpose of depression? And I look forward to hearing from you what you think the purpose of depression is, and we'll see if you come to the same conclusion that I have. In order to answer the question, what is the purpose of depression, I think first we have to look at what is depression. And depression is a really interesting thing because oftentimes we talk about it as an emotion or a feeling. I feel depressed. But then we would talk about what some people call clinical depression or major depressive disorder. Or within that, there are several different categories of depression. These are all kind of hallmarked by a few things, such as a loss of interest in things, a lack of energy, a lack of ability to think clearly, a slowing down in psychomotor skills, or the ability to think about doing things and then doing those things. A feeling of depression, which would actually be caveated as usually a sadness, a numbness, a guilt, a sense of worthlessness. But numbness is kind of the big one. Emptiness is also a really common descriptor for this. What I have found is emptiness and numbness, those are kind of a false reading there. What's happened is there's a ton of emotions underneath the surface, but the mind said, now we can't deal with that right now, so we're going to bottle it away and we're going to deal with that later. But later never came around, and so we've kept it bottled away. Oftentimes, depression is accompanied with some kind of disruption in sleep, either an oversleeping or an undersleeping. It's difficult to think, it's difficult to move. I'm laying in bed or on the couch, I can't think, I can't move. It's just this slowness. And I think that gives us a really clear indicator of one of the purposes of depression is our body saying, slow down. We gotta slow down, we gotta rest, we've got to figure out how to deal with these unresolved things that sit in our background. And that is really, really difficult to do, coupled with it's harder to think. This is why depression is often really requiring, it needs some sort of intervention to really help. Sometimes it does get better on its own. Oftentimes you can work your way through this by slowing down, listening to that depression and saying, I need to start to confront some things, whatever those things may be. It may be negative beliefs. It may be environmental causes. There are numerous different causes of depression, but ultimately the purpose circles back to slow down, stop, think, and look at why am I feeling like I need to slow down, recuperate, rest? Why am I feeling overwhelmed? And it could be a really common thing in the United States is that we overvalue productivity and we don't see rest as productive. We have lost a great deal of our leisure time from the time that we were hunter-gatherers to today. The amount of leisure time we have has dramatically decreased, but our productivity at work has massively increased. So we're producing more in the same amount of labor hours, and yet we also experience far more depression. And then again, I think that circles back to the purpose of depression. Like I said, this has been a very different type of video of what I've made so far. I intend to make a playlist of these where what we do is we pull up like a common mental disorder and we just talk about it in kind of this way of like, what's the purpose? What's behind it? Let's learn a little bit more about this. They'll usually be shorter videos. They won't be more lecture-y or they won't be more educational. This is more discussionary. Again, to reiterate, this is not counseling. This is not to be construed as a counseling relationship. This is just me sitting here talking to you about what, in my experience in education, seems to be the purpose of depression. I'd love to hear more from you in the comment section below. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like and a subscribe.